Good evening. This is Independent Voice, and I'm May. Just one day after the Senate passed Resolution SR 97, an article was published by Foreign Policy magazine on May 21st, titled, Biden Administration Plans Visa Restriction on Ethiopian Officials over Tigray. According to the article, U.S. President Joe Biden's administration is planning to target Ethiopian and Eritrean officials with visa restrictions in a way of opening a diplomatic barrage against Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's administration over the recent conflict in the region of Tigray. According to Foreign Policy, this decision is based on atrocities committed in the region of Tigray, although it fails to name the perpetrator. The visa restriction as a way of injunction is based on a report by U.S. officials and congressional aides familiar with the matter who told Foreign Policy. The article presumes that the visa restrictions represents a potential turning point in U.S.-Ethiopian relations, which have declined since the conflict erupted in the northern Tigray region. The conflict instigated by none other than TPLF. The Ethiopian government is being ostracized, threatened with sanctions, visa restrictions, and accused of impeding humanitarian support regardless of its effort to rebuild and maintain law and order. Furthermore, the article talks about that the Biden administration will influence World Bank to cause further damage to the country, all because of the long ties TPLF has with the deep state, including well-paid lobbyists. Within a little over 100 days in office, the Biden administration wants to sever an alliance that has seen 100 plus years, all in support of a terrorist political party, TPLF. According to TRACE, Terrorism Research and Analysis Consortium, the Tigrayan People Liberation Front, TPLF, is a political party in Tigray that has been listed as a perpetrator in the Global Terrorism Database, based on 10 incidents occurring between 1976 and 1990. The TPLF qualifies as a Tier 3 terrorist organization based on its violence activities before it became part of the ruling coalition in the government of Ethiopia in May of 1991. TPLF was established as a political group in 1975 in Ethiopia as an opposition group. Then it joined the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, EPRDF, a political coalition that became the governing coalition in Ethiopia, more like a government within a government, a covert operation. In the month of May of this year, Ethiopia's parliament designated TPLF as a terrorist militant group. The Biden administration is using threats and aggressive sentiments to intimidate a sovereign country to submission to aggression, oppression that had the people of Ethiopia fed up. Biden's administration continues to deny, refuse to recognize that TPLF has committed mass murders from the first strike against the National Defense Force, not accounting for the 27 years of crime against innocent civilians. It begs a question. How is this a foreign policy and a diplomacy? This administration is vowing to sanction Ethiopia in support of an insurgent group. Ethiopia must not become a casualty of mishandled foreign policy in the midst of chaos. Free for all, if you say so, it must be so, type of nonchalant disregard to facts is disturbing to watch. What could be the real reason behind the political innuendo? Is it not wrong for this administration to meddle in the internal affairs of a sovereign country in support of a known terrorist political group, and refuse to hear the true nature of TPLF and the atrocities it had inflicted over 27 years? Non-apologetic. From where we stand, this administration appears to be enamored by the story invented by highly paid lobbyists with deep wallets taking advantage of the misfortune of the administration's denial to do due diligence. We're concerned. concerned that looking back and saying, "Where did we go wrong?" will be far greater than how wrong things went with Libya. Brandishing a threat of visa restriction, hiking up pressure, weaponizing humanitarian funds, withholding security assistance funding, while emboldening a terrorist group is nothing short of outrageous. If the administration is concerned about atrocities, crimes against innocent civilians, and strongly feels about a humanitarian right violation, why not investigate the mass graves discovered that have been hidden during the time TPLF was part of a coalition covert government? TPLF continues to use its people for its political modus operandi. TPLF was the reason for the influx, the mass exodus of Ethiopians throughout the globe. Families broken up, separated, and missed precious family ties to save one's life. While the Biden administration is threatening to restrict visas for Ethiopian officials, those who committed heinous crimes will be infiltrating the immigration system. The appeal now is to the American people. Tell the Biden administration, bullying into submission is not the American way. Stand against systemic oppression. We're Americans. We're African Americans. We're Ethiopian Americans. The United States of America has become our home. As much as we are able, ready and willing to stand against any enemy of this country, foreign or homegrown, we are able, ready and willing to stand for the sovereignty of Ethiopia. Tell the Biden administration, you will not stand for making another Libya out of Ethiopia. Tell the Biden administration to uphold the American justice for liberty and peace. This is Independent Voice.